What's up, YouTube? For the next couple videos, I'm going to be here in my kitchen. My sewing room is very tiny and it's full of quilt projects that I'm doing for a friend. So that's why I'm in my kitchen today, and I'll be showing you how to make pineapple syrup. Now, I recently just got myself a dehydrator, and one of the very first things I tried to make were the pineapple rings. I got 6 cans of pineapple, and when I drained it, I decided to save the juice and try out this pineapple syrup recipe. So in this pot I have 7 cups of pineapple juice, and to that I'm going to sprinkle over 1 box of pectin, and I'm using the Sure-Jell. I don't know if you can hear it, but over here I have my hot water bath canner with my jar sterilizing inside, and right here I have my lids and my ring. So you just want to sprinkle it over. Now you want to stir that together. And we're going to bring that up to a rolling boil. Now a rolling boil means that when you stir your pot, that it continues to boil. So I'll meet you right back here where this is up to a boil. If you'd like to make this into a jelly instead of a syrup, you would just need to add another box of pectin. Alright guys, we're back here. You can see how this is boiling, and when I stir it, it comes right back up to the boil. That's what you want. Now our next step is to add the sugar. Now hold on to your britches, because we're adding 9 cups of sugar. And that sounds like a lot of sugar, and it is. So you just want to dump it all at once into your pot. Make sure your pot is big enough. This is almost too small. But now you want to bring this back up to a rolling boil, and we're going to cook it for 1 minute. And that 1 minute cooking time is needed to activate your pectin. If you've ever made jelly or jams before and they turned out liquidy and they didn't set up right, it was probably because you didn't boil your pectin long enough. You really need to get that high temperature to activate the pectin. So it already looks thick and syrupy and beautiful. Alright, so I'll meet you right back here when this has come up to the second rolling boil. Alright guys, we're back to our second rolling boil. You can see that when I stir it, it still bubbles. So I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. Now I'm going to get my hot jars out of the canner, and I'll meet you over at the countertop and we'll ladle this into the jars. Alright guys, I have my hot sterilized jars here. We have hard water here, so my jars come out cloudy. If you just throw some vinegar in your water, it'll stop them from clouding up, but you can just easily just wash these off when we're all done with them. I have my pineapple syrup here, my hot lids here. You want everything ready to go when you're canning these up. So I'm just going to fill this jar up, leaving a 1/4 inch headspace. Like that. You then want to take some paper towel and wipe the rim of your jar down to make sure there's nothing that's going to inhibit it from sealing. Then take your sterilized lid and ring, and you want to screw it on just finger tight. Now let me show you that again. I'm going to get the rest of these jarred up. I'm going to get them in my hot water canner. Once the water in my canner comes back up to a boil after I add these jars, I'm going to process them for 15 minutes. I'm then going to remove them and let them cool until completely cool. Alright guys, I got 6 pints of this pineapple syrup. Now we're going to put these in our hot water canner. Alright, our canner has come back up to a full boil. You want it bubbling this hard before you start your timing. So we're going to start timing this for 15 minutes and we're going to cover it. Now if you don't have one of these canning pots, you could just use a tall stock pot. That's what I used for years. I recently just got this canning pot and it was about $20, so not a big investment. But if you don't have one of these and you're using a stock pot, you just want 2 to 3 inches of water covering the tops of your jars when you're processing them. And also a rack, or you could just zip tie or twisty tie your canning rings together and just make a homemade rack to keep your jars up off the bottom of the canner, and that way they're just not bouncing up and down along the bottom. So I'll meet you right back here when these are all done. Alright guys, there you have it. I've got 6 pints of pineapple syrup. You can see that they're still boiling here in the jars. When these have cooled down, actually I'll probably wait till tomorrow, I will take the rings off, check the seals, and wipe down all my jars. Now you just don't have to use pineapple juice for this syrup recipe. You can use any fruit juice that you want, as long as it's 100% fruit juice. I hope you give this pineapple syrup a try. If you like this video and want to see more of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. If you found this video entertaining and or educational, share it across your social media. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.